What is up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellania. Today I'm coming at you with a weekly WIP and chat. WIP stands for Work in Progress. And I'm going to chat with you for about an hour. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depends on how we're doing. I have some tools in front of me. First, I want to say, if you are new here, welcome. If you are coming back to see me, welcome back. I hope to amuse today. If you're new and you don't know really what goes on in a WIP and chat, I am going to work on my diamond painting, which I have underneath all of this stuff. And then I'm going to chat with you about me, my life, whatnot. And then usually the back half, I will draw a tarot card and give us a thought for the week and maybe talk a little bit about mental health, as that's usually what I like to talk about. So I'm going to put the tarot cards aside because we don't need those for right now. Let me talk about what tools I am using so that if you are looking for these types of things, you can go and find them, and I will tell you exactly where you can. My pen that I will be using, this beauty, this is from Diamond Pen Pal. They are over on Etsy, and this was actually based off of a Margaret Morales painting called Satura. And this is the Satura pen. Y'all, it glows in the dark. All those milky parts in there that you see, the whiter parts, those actually glow in the dark. It is beautiful. It's so much fun. And it really kind of matched with, you know, this girl's vibes today. In my multi-placer, I am using Eggnog from Putty Crocker. This Putty Crocker has their own website, but you can also find Putty Crocker on Facebook. Eggnog, it smells so good, I'm telling you. In my single placer over here, I have Ghost, and Ghost is from Diamond Painting Daily. Now you can find Diamond Painting Daily on Etsy. That's the symbol you're looking for right there. And then this beauty, my trinket tray, this is the Simba sized trinket tray from Pucky Pie Pores, and Pucky Pie Pores is on Facebook. And the pie is like the pie symbol, P-I. Isn't that beautiful? They created this for the event that I just did, Mary Morales, but honestly, it's fitting for everything. It's a beautiful, beautiful trinket tray. So this will be sitting off to the side over here with all of my goodies inside. And then here I have my tray from Muni Made. This one is one of the small trays on Muni Made. It has a removable lid and a removable stopper, which we love. I don't always keep the stopper in it. It just kind of depends on how crazy I'm getting when I shake my drills. And then finally, the painting, oh, I'm sorry, I am using a release paper that you can kind of see hidden under here from Bee's Crafty Corners. And Bee's Crafty Corner is over on Facebook, and you can find them on Etsy as well. I do need to cut this plastic in half. Move my little House of Miscellania thing there. You don't need it right this moment, but I am going to move the release paper down because I'm only going to be working on one half. Now, I tend not to use any tweezers on my release papers because what I notice happens is that the release papers will delaminate, or the stuff on the bottom will separate, and we don't want that to happen. So I am just going to cut a little over so I've got plenty of room. So how have you guys been for the week? I was recuperating this weekend, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I ran the event for Mary Morales, and then afterward I crashed so hard. Not crashed in a bad way, like I wasn't dying or anything. I just was really, really pooped. It was a lot of fun. It was very busy. I had a great time, and I will be doing kind of like a post review of the event. That'll be coming up on the channel before too terribly long, but let me show you what kit I am working on. This is Teddy Bear from Dreamer Designs. I kitted up on the 18th of October. I don't think I started working on it right then. I didn't put a start date like a naughty person. But I've had her around and I've just kind of been, you know, picking away at her slowly. And I think now that I'm done with the event, over the last couple of months, I haven't really worked on much but Margaret Morales's and then whatever I needed to keep me off of them. But I'm going to focus on getting this one done. Now, this is from their second generation canvas, better than the first by far. I'll go into that with a comparison. I haven't gotten anything out of their brand new stuff yet. I'm looking forward to trying it out though, because this one is not, it hasn't been too disappointing. It's nothing worse, honestly, than an old school Diamond Art Club square, so it's fine. So talking a little bit about, you know, my week and whatever, I also need to put some new putty in my multi-placer here. So I have a Discord. If you're interested in joining the Discord, there is a link down in the description. And on my Discord, there is a lot of different little mini, I'm not going to call them events necessarily, but like we have diamond paint-alongs that we do, and they're usually themed to the month or whatever. And we have one going right now, as it is February, for Black History Month. And I have to tell you guys about this massive disappointment that I had with regard to the kit that I had chosen initially for Black History Month, and why it was problematic. Now, nobody is forcing me to do Black History Month. It wasn't something that I felt pressured to do. It was something I felt very strongly about on my own. And so that was why I had presented it as a DP along for the Discord, because it's important to me. Well, to be honest with you, like, things creep up on you. I had plans for a specific kit that I wanted to do. I planned on working on that kit kind of from the time that we had decided to do Black History Month. And honestly, I don't think I put enough thought into it. And that's on me. That is 100% on me. And I'm a little bit, honestly, like, upset with myself about that I didn't put more thought into it. But I was very focused on the event, and I forgive myself. I hope that you'll forgive me as well. I'll go into detail on that in a moment. Because I didn't put as much thought into it as I feel I should have. And the only person who is making me feel bad about that is myself. Because I expect better of myself. I expect a little more. I want to be, wow, thanks, Bacon. Shook the whole world over here. That's my cat. I want it to be better, right? Well, so I picked a kit, and when I initially picked her, I think I remembered her as being a little darker skinned than I recall. Okay. I had originally picked Wishes by Erica the Goober. Now, this girl is not, one, I think, as dark skinned as I remember her being, and two, she could be Latina, she could be mixed. She's kind of racially ambiguous, okay? And I thought, okay, this is what I picked, this is what I have, this is what I want to work on. So I went, okay, I'm gonna kit her up. And I unboxed her, I kitted her up, and unfortunately, this is back when Diamond Art Club was still using acrylics for their round kits. Early Diamond Art Club. They no longer do. It's been a long time since they've put acrylics into a kit. But the problem with acrylics is that the tones in the drills themselves, they don't really match what is shown in the picture, or they match too well, right? I got to looking at the color palette because, again, I said I kitted her up. I got to looking at the color palette and started becoming even more upset. So her skin tone, this is her skin tone. As you can see, that is not brown, that is pink. This is for like the shading around her skin tone. Again, not brown. And then on her, like the darkest part around her ears and like the lining around her face was not that one. Not that one. Where is it? Is it this one? No. Nope. Nope. Ah, there it is. 154. Problematic. So, in my disappointment, she is a very cute kit. Don't get me wrong. Not appropriate for Black History Month. Not. So, I was very lucky in that I had a friend who had a lovely human being, thank you, Jody, who had sent me a $25 gift certificate because I was talking to her about my disappointment with not having a proper kit for Black History Month, and she had sent me a $25 gift card, or I wouldn't have even been able to buy something to replace. And Diamond Art Club brought on a brand new artist, Geneva Bowers, for Black History Month specifically, and then released a few kits by Geneva Bowers and then one from Leon Devenici. Leon Devenici did Grand Canal and Basilica Venice. And so, let me get some diamonds out so I can work while talking. Leon Devenici did a beautiful piece. The Leon Devenici and one of the Geneva Bowers have already sold out on Diamond Art Club. So if you are looking to pick something up, and I encourage you to, geez, bacon. My cat is just kind of fat and likes to just jump off of things. If you are looking to pick something up for Black History Month, and I encourage you to do so, one, because the more that we buy these kits from Diamond Art Club and show them, hey, I like this sort of thing, the more that they will be likely to stock those things for us to buy. I love the diversity. I think it's wonderful. And so I was able to pick up a kit not only for Black History Month, but by a Black artist. Geneva Bowers is a Black artist, and I'm so thrilled to... It's supposed to be getting here, I think, this upcoming Saturday, and I'll be kitting it up right away and working on it and getting started because I'm already, you know, I feel a little behind where I'd like to be. And there's no rush because our diamond paint along is February and March. I wanted to give 2 full months to Black History Months because I feel like there's more to Black History Month than a month. You can't cover all of the things. So in light of that, once I've got it kitted up, and I think on possibly when I do my kit up, I want to talk a little bit more about, you know, why Black History Month is so important to me. Now, I did also want to mention that there are artists out there that are African American, Black, that do have diamond paintings out there, okay? And they are hard to find, but look at me. I did the research for you, okay? So first and foremost, with the most Black artists is Diamond Art Club. Okay, I'm grabbing my notebook with my notes in it. Is Diamond Art Club with 3. That would be Geneva Bowers, the one who was just brought on. They also have Raw Sushi, which is an artist that they've had for a while. Like Shea Butter, Shea Magic, shit. I don't remember the names of them. Hold on a moment. Let me not be a jerk and actually give you the correct ones. I'm trying to think of the kit names so that you will remember the artist based on the kit names themselves. Black History. If you search up Black History Month on Diamond Art Club, all of these pieces, like it was, what is it called? Dang it. It's Shea Butterfly Babe. That's what it was. Now, Shea Butterfly Babe is not available, but they do have a lot of pieces available. Butterfly Beauty by Raw Sushi, Mocha Babe by Raw Sushi, Lola Dream by Raw Sushi. There's also some other pieces by like Chrissa Bug and Disney Tiana Princess. There's Erica the Goober's Stardust is available. There's one by Angela Trotta Thomas and Marjorie Sarnat. And Warm Witch is available by Ivy Dollamore, Leo. And then A Stroll in the Rain by Geneva Bowers, Shelter by Geneva Bowers. Those are still available. So Diamond Art Club has 3. The last one is Camiro Art. Now there's nothing available right now by Camiro Art, but there is the 3 black artists. Now, we haven't seen anything released from Camiro Art in a while, so I'm not certain whether that contract is active or not. I don't know anything about what contracts Diamond Art Club does have active. Now, other companies with black artists that you can look into. There are black artists at the one with the diamond art has Afro Senpai. And then there is over at Bella Art Diamonds, Mystic Scribbles, if you're looking for a black artist. There is a black artist over on Oraloa, and I feel like the name is Cosmic, but it's Cosmic with a K. I think it's called Cosmic Art. Hold, please. I believe it's Cosmic with a K. And they are a company that carries stock. Yeah, Cosmic with 2 I's and it's K. Kosmiick. So if you are looking for Cosmic on Oraloa, that is another black artist. And then finally, over on Jaded Gem Shop, there is Hashauna, and it's Hashauna. I asked Jade because a lot of these places do not have bios, but Bella Art has some really fantastic bios. And then, like I said, I reached out to Jade and I asked, hey, what do you have for black artists out there so that if people are looking, where can they find it? So if you're looking, that's where you can go and look if you want to buy specifically art that is by black artists to celebrate Black History Month. And you don't have to, join the Discord to do it. Just start up a kit and celebrate Black History Month on your own. I'll be, like I said, working on a piece very shortly, and you can work alongside. All of that said, I was just really disappointed, and I'm very glad that a piece that was just going to be perfect came up at just the right time. And so kudos to Diamond Art Club. It was a little later than expected. I know that a couple of friends of mine were worried that we weren't going to see anything for Black History Month, because for a long time, just generally, Black History Month can sometimes feel like an afterthought, and I didn't want this to be an afterthought, because it isn't. It isn't an afterthought. Yes, the event kept me very busy, and that was on me, and I will plan better next time, because it is important to me, and I don't want it to seem like it's just a throwaway thing. It isn't. So, anyways, all of that said, I got it figured out, and I'm very, very, very grateful that I did, and that I have a black artist with a piece featuring a black person, because I had other options. I do have a couple of other options in my stash. The problem with those, okay? One is Tea Party by Ivy Dolomore, which is a beautiful piece. It is a beautiful piece that appears to celebrate diversity, and that is wonderful. The problem with that, though, is that there are 2 African American or black people in it, but they are not the focal point. In fact, the one black girl who's sitting at this end of the table, at the head of the table down here, like, her back is completely to the painter, okay? And again, I did not want it to feel like a footnote. There's another a black fairy in the picture, and she's ordering something from the little, like, coffee shop thing at the back, but not focal point to the picture, so that was not going to work. The other one that was an option, and I even remember when I unboxed it, I was like, oh, look, it's me and Sarah. And for anybody who doesn't know who in the heck I'm talking about, Sarah is one of my moderators. She's actually the person who encouraged me to start my channel back when I was just on Reddit all the time trying to help new people learn about diamond painting. So if you hear me talk about Sarah, you can blame Sarah for me having a channel. So if you don't like me, that's who you can blame. All messages to Sarah that, you know, what the hell did you talk her into that for? But yeah, so I have Rose Library, and that one was like, oh, look, it's me and Sarah. But it, again, the person of color was not the focal person in the piece, and I wanted that to be the point. So, like I said, it all worked out wonderfully, and I'm really excited to work on a piece by a new artist. The other pieces, you guys, the pieces that are left are called Shelter, which is honestly like a perfect kit for me. I don't know why I didn't pick that one, to be honest with you. And then the other was called, dropping stuff, drop my pen. The other one was called A Stroll in the Rain. And A Stroll in the Rain is, well, Shelter is really probably the one that people would look at it and go, you didn't pick A Stroll in the Rain? I didn't. I know, shocking. So I'm trying to stick my multi-placer back in because it fell out. I know, I would normally have picked Shelter because it has a girl with fish in it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It looks like exactly the sort of piece that I would have picked, but I picked the one I picked specifically, which was A Cup of Sunshine, because it's a round, and I don't have any rounds going right now, and I needed a round kit, so it fit for 2 different reasons, and it was perfect. I'm having a struggle also figuring out which of my Captured by Radiance kits to work on, as I am really thrilled with both of the pieces that I have currently at my disposal to work on. But I want to focus on my piece for Black History Month first, and then, you know, worry about the others. Anyways, so, today we played some 90s trivia, but it was specifically about 90s toys. And man, did it get me really nostalgic. We were talking kind of about how, you know, they've made, if you should really go and watch that live. It was the Tuesday trivia, uh because we talked a lot about fun 90s toys, ridiculous, the way that playgrounds and play places are all safe, and kind of how did we get here to this place where everything that we come into contact, or everything that kids come into contact with now, is like all safer than it was when we were kids, bouncing off of the back of our parents' car seat, like the back of their driver's seat, because we weren't wearing a seatbelt. Yeah, that, granted, most of us lived. I'm saying, terrible if you didn't, but I think we learned to adapt and survive, I guess, and then we made the world way too safe for our own kids. But I got to thinking, and I did a little research because that's what I do, and I wanted to talk about some of the most like ridiculous clothing trends of the 90's specifically, because there were some doozies, you guys. I saw this Instagram, was it Instagram, or maybe it was a YouTube like short or something, but this this woman was wearing these, okay, Jenko jeans. Do you guys remember Jenko jeans? They were like massive, look like we wanted pants that were just wide enough to fit a small child inside of them with us, or a whole other person. I could probably fit inside of one of the pant legs, much less two whole pant legs. Well, this woman on, I can't remember if it was on YouTube or Facebook that I saw it, but she's like literally trying to see how many things she can fit into the back pockets of the Jenko jeans. And oh my God, it's hilarious. She's putting all sorts of 90's things in there. And I was like, oh my God, I had one of those. Yep, had one of those too. Like Sky Dancers. She's putting cassette tapes and magazines that were popular, like, Tiger Beat or whatever, that were popular in the 90's. And I'm looking for my color. Where is the color I need? It was really funny. Just really, really funny. What's another one that, because I went top five ridiculous fashion trends of the 90's, and the next one that came up was frosted tips on hair. Like every boy band member had them, and every middle schooler tried to copy it. Like every single one of them. Ridiculous. Absolutely beyond. Just Justin Timberlake, made it cool, and it probably just should have stayed there. It probably should not have been copied by everybody, but it was terrible. Sorry, I gotta put some trash drill. Wallet chains. Oh my God, I had a wallet chain. Yes, I did. I had a wallet chain. Because nothing says cool like chaining your wallet to your pants because it's going to run away from you. I don't know. I don't know why we thought these were cool, but we did. They were so freaking cool. And, I feel like, now granted, the nice thing about it was you never worried about where your wallet was because it was chained to your pants. But heaven forbid that you dropped it out, it was swinging around your legs, and you had to run anywhere, you were screwed. Forget about it. You might as well just give up if you were running from somebody. Bubble jackets. Do you guys remember bubble jackets? Like the puffier the better. Even if you look like the Michelin Man, didn't matter. I had a puffy one. Mine was silver. Like actually looked silver. And I wore that thing until it basically just like burst apart. I loved it so freaking much, and I looked like, I don't even know, like I was going to space or something. And then that was number 4. Number 5 was, okay, and I'm guilty of this, overalls with one strap down. It was like, I think it was probably Fresh Prince was probably where that got started. Will Smith did this, and then everybody did the same. And then the big thing with women, though, was we always wore one of those, like, it was essentially I want to say it was like a unitard or sorry, I got drills that don't want to stick down. It was like a one-piece thing that snapped in the crotch. Do you remember those? Ridiculous. Why did we wear those? Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you, but we did. And they looked cool, right? But snapping a crotch is like basically an adult onesie. You know what I mean? And we thought we looked so good, you guys. Oh my gosh. There is a woman. I just started subscribing to her. Oh, what is her freaking name? She does like reels or shorts or whatever the heck they call them on YouTube. Her name, hold please. I need to see what her name is. Her name, I think it's like ABS Mom. Oh, what is your name, lady? Oh, come on. What is her name? What? CSA Punch. All one word. CSA Punch. Hilarious, hilarious woman. Hilarious. And like all things like Gen X millennial and Gen Z, like comedy type stuff. Really funny. Really, really funny stuff. You should go check her out. CSA Punch. Love, 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 love her. So funny. And check her out like ASAP because she is really, really hilarious. Really hilarious. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of her. Good stuff. And then toys. We were talking about toys today, and some of the most ridiculous toys of the 90s. Now, that's not what the trivia was about, but sky dancers were probably the most ridiculous on that list because it was like a fairy that you put into this apparatus and you pulled a string and it like spun. So it was basically like a cute little fairy doll that doubled as a lethal spinning weapon. Like, and I was talking about how, don't ask me how I found out that you can get one of those tangled into your hair. I remember seeing a video at one point where somebody opened one for Christmas. We were talking about this on the trivia too. Somebody was opening it, like a little girl opened one for Christmas, and she was playing with it, and it flew directly into the fireplace and burned up immediately. And I was like, oh no. That's no good. No bueno. Yak Back. It was like a talk boy that barely ever worked. What else? Moon shoes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so they were like tiny trampolines for your feet where you would strap your foot, like with a shoe on, into this freaking moon shoe, and you could jump around on them. And I cannot tell you how many times I almost fell, twisted my ankle, almost broke my neck on moon shoes. I think Dustin still legitimately has a pair of moon shoes at his parents' house. Like, ridiculous. Betty Spaghetti. Do you remember Betty Spaghetti? It was like a fashion doll, but she had like these really long, freaky limbs. I had a Betty Spaghetti. Skip It. Do you remember the Skip It? It had like, it was essentially like a ball and chain kind of deal. You put this thing around your ankle. It was like a hoop around your ankle, go over your shoe. And then it had a ball on the end of it that would count how many times you could spin it. but you'd have to jump over it with one, you'd have to jump over it with one foot. Guaranteed a bashed ankle every freaking time. Terrible, terrible idea. Bop it. Yep. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. And you would have to do like different things with it. Like you would bop it, you would twist it, and it would have these different actions you would have to do, but it would tell you what to do, and it would get faster and faster and faster. It was so stress-inducing. Like, ugh, terrible. And you try to get it going as much as possible. Sometimes you could play like a pass-off game where you would pass it to somebody else. Furby, little creepy dude with ears on the top that would like talk to you in the middle of the night. Gak and Floam. Do you remember those? Gak was like, they came from, I feel like they came from Nickelodeon. It was before like they started making slime like legitimately on Nickelodeon a thing. But they like put it in jars or whatever and sold it. And then Floam was like its slime cousin that had those little styrofoam beads in it. Smelled awful. Smelled terrible. Tamagotchi was another one that came up today. And I had one, and damned if I didn't kill that thing constantly and have to start over. Or I'd get it to a point and then I'd forget about it, and then it would die, and I would get so freaking upset. It's like, yeah, what better way to teach your kid responsibility than to give it a freaking stress-inducing toy that would die when it didn't get taken just the perfect care of it. Stupid. Dumb. Like, why? Oh my gosh. And then another one, like Stretch Armstrong, was another ridiculous toy from the 90s, where it was like a weird stretchy action figure that I always just tried to explode all the time. And then lastly, for our trip down memory lane, I wanted to give you the top 5 most ridiculous songs of the 90s. And not because they were the top most ridiculous. They were really like the top 5 songs of the 90s, top rated songs of the 90s. But looking back on them, they were freaking terrible, okay? Hit Me Baby One More Time. Now, I'm not Brittany bashing y'all. She and I share a birthday. I'm a year older and wiser. I'm not spinning blades in my house with little dogs running around me, but, you know, she's out there living her best Brittany life, okay? Not Brittany bashing, but girlfriend. Made everybody want to dress like a schoolgirl and make it sexy. Little weird to me, not gonna lie. Little weird. Just very sexualized. The frickin' Macarena, you guys. The Macarena. I remember every bit of that dance, do you? Because I sure do. And then, what else? Yeah, and that was the thing, like, then they would teach you how to do the Macarena in school, and then you did it at every wedding, every big party of any, like, kind, always had a Macarena line. What about Barbie Girl? Oh my gosh. It was, like, so catchy, but the most ridiculous song ever. You're welcome for the earworm. Just ridiculous. Ridiculous song. Bop. Okay, first of all, what does it even mean? What is bop? But we all sang it whenever it came on the radio, even if you tried to lie and say you didn't. Yes, you did. Quit lying. You knew every word to that song. You'd probably know every word to it now. Well, easy enough, because you're just like making mouth sounds, basically. Ba beep ba da ba da ba da ba do ba beep ba da ba do. You can just make mouth sounds, like I said. And then finally, Livin' La Vida Loca. Okay. It was like everybody thought they could dance the salsa, one, and everybody suddenly thought they knew Spanish. I'll tell you what though, what I did know, Ricky Martin. Whew. I'm sorry we lost one for the, well, I'm it doesn't even matter, bisexual, but you know, losing one for the ladies was definitely sad. So good on you guys, good on you. He's still a good-looking man. Woof. Bummer for the rest of us, though. Sad day, sad day. But anyways, trip down memory lane for you guys. I enjoyed the 90s quite a bit. I'm glad that I lived through it. You know, because it was definitely a time to be alive, and a kid, whether that be a child or an adult, young adult child, still an interesting time to be alive. Okay, loved it. Would not repeat it. Thank God we didn't have social media. That's all I can say. Thank God we didn't have social media. I would have been a hot mess if I would have been able to record my life, my teenage years in front of everybody. Oh, hell no. Nah. Hard pass. Very hard pass. Okay. Why don't I go ahead? I'm going to grab the next color that I'm going to need, but I'm going to cover this up, and we're going to read, well, I'm going to read. We aren't doing anything. I'm going to read a tarot card. Okay, guys? So I've already shuffled these up. This is the Fairies Oracle by Brian Froud, and that's the artist, conceptual artist, and Jessica Macbeth does the text. I've already shuffled these, so I already know this top card is the one we need. I'm going to flip it this way. I was asked why reverse and whatever. So this is the top of the deck here, and this is the bottom. So when I flip it, I'm going to flip it this way, because if I flip it this way, I'm going to turn it upside down. It's already facing me the way that it should be. So I'm going to flip it this way. Oh, it's right side up. And it's going to be what it is. Now, there was I saw a little fairy wiener. So I'm covering that up, okay? Because it was, do I have a little, hold on, get a little tiny piece of tape. I'm gonna put a little tiny piece of tape on, it's washi, it's not gonna hurt anything, but over his little wee there, so I can show you the card. There we go. He's crossing his legs, but he's not wearing any pants. And then there's this interesting looking, and it's called the Master Maker. That's really, I love that look on his face. That looks like Dustin sometimes. He makes a face similar to that. Oh, there's a big old glare on it. Okay, so there, move that backwards. There you go. Okay, the Master Maker. This is our thought for the week. Let's see. And it's right side up. The keywords are skill, craftsmanship, magician, moral strength, and invention. All right. Do whatever you do as well as you can, and then make it even better. The Master Maker reminds us that our very best work is always desirable, and in the present situation, it is necessary for success. In fact, he asks that we surpass our previous best. Don't cut corners and don't take the easy way. Whether making a thing or fulfilling a concept, be sure the design is elegant, pure, and functional, and then follow it, attending to every detail in its turn. He says, design beyond your skill, and then raise the level of your skill to fulfill it. Give and accept only the best, and do it with the love of your craft, whatever that craft may be. This card speaks of long-lasting achievement, creative problem solving, and confident action. It may suggest cooperation with others, especially from a position of responsibility or of teaching one's craft to others. Success comes from practical application of traditional principles in life and in work. Wow, okay. Well, I've had quite a bit on my mind because I'm anxious to get over to my in-laws' house and get going again on my intention pens and my zodiac pens, okay? Because one, I have pens that I need to get finished turning for people. It's been so freaking cold, and then my in-laws being home, I could not handle having somebody over my shoulder. Like the whole point of what I'm doing when I'm making those pens is I'm imbuing them with an energy, and my energy can't be nervous and anxious and tense because my in-laws are there. Like my father-in-law's over my shoulder, my mother-in-law's always popping her head in, or they want to ask me a million questions about what are you doing for work, and you could get a job at this place, you could get a job at that place, and it's like, y'all, I'm working, I'm doing a thing. And so I don't want to rush the process, one, because the blanks are there. It's just a matter of getting them turned into pens, right? Well, so they're now gone to Florida, and I won't have anybody over my shoulder, and I've got permission to go over whenever I would like. So we've got a pretty nasty cold spell coming up like during this week, but it's supposed to warm up again next week. So my plan is to go over there, and while I am by myself, get some of those pens turned, get some things done so I can get those out, because I feel bad as it is that I haven't been able to. I know things better today than I knew yesterday or last month or last year about that particular craft and what I want to do and how I want to do it and what I need to do to get there. And I don't want to cut any corners, especially with regard to the craft work that goes into it. And I don't mean like the craftsmanship work. I mean the actual, like, the craft, because I am doing some very energy intensive things with regard to my energy. And I don't want to put bad energy into something that is meant to help someone else. That would make me feel really terrible. I would feel kind of useless, And it's really important to me to do it correctly and to do it well. And I frankly, like, I need it. I really do feel like I need it because it helps me almost as much as it helps the people that I'm sending them to imbue them with positivity and the right kind of energies to move forward. And then I have plans on making some very, very fancy zodiac pens. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make what I can make, and then whatever I don't sell or whatever I will hang on to, and then I'll make more, and I'll make more, and I'll make more until I have a good kind of stock of them going. And then, yeah, once I've got them like kind of a routine and I've got myself ahead some, then I don't have to go over and feel rushed to get anything done because I'll have a stock of different like Zodiac pens ready, because I think those ones are a little bit easier to do in advance than the intention pens are, because I've made intention pens that didn't sell. They just didn't maybe speak to anybody, and they're on the expensive side. So if you're going to get something that's that expensive, you want it to be custom. You know what I mean? You want it to be for you. And so I think I'll do Zodiac pens like in advance, because that kind of doesn't so much matter as far as the intention inside of it goes. And then do intention pens like as customs, essentially, as I think that will just be the better method, the better way in my mind. Because I'm really, like I said, I'm anxious and I'm really excited to get back into the garage to do the work that I need to get done. And it'll be so nice to not have anybody kind of breathing down my neck a little bit to get that done. So, anyway. And then, you know, because I want to be able to, excuse me, a little burp. I want to be able to make my own money and pay my own stuff. And like YouTube, okay, so breaking down YouTube, you hear monetization and you're like, ooh, what does somebody from YouTube really make? Well, it depends. Everybody's kind of different. But if you're like me and you've got, I think I'm at 2,000 some subscribers, 2,000 and probably 30 subscribers, something like that. The checks can vary, okay? One, they're not going to send you any money, period, until you've made at least $100. So until you've hit that first $100, and then subsequently $100 each month after that, they won't send you a dime. So you could make money through YouTube, but if you don't make at least $100, they're not going to send it to you. They won't even cut you a check. Well, so I would say that, you know, a person who has about 2,000 subscribers could make, depending on how many videos you have going, how many of those videos get views, you know, you could still have 2,000 subscribers. You could have 10,000 subscribers. But if nobody's watching your videos, if your content isn't interesting or being recommended to anybody, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you have if nobody watches your stuff. If they're not watching it, you know, watching the whole thing, or, you know, whatever, watching all of them. So, you know, you could, one moment. Sorry about that. I don't know what Beans thought he heard. It is, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning here, 4 o'clock in the morning. So when you watch this, it's still today, but I record very, very late. Mostly because Tuesday I do the trivia, and then I do Discord after dark, and I am kind of a third shift person anyway, so we're good. Don't worry about it. Anyways, there's nobody here. But yeah, so if nobody's watching your content, then it doesn't really matter. You could have a gajillion subscribers, but if you only have 3 videos up and there aren't people watching those 3 videos, you're not going to make a dime. Well, in my case, I bring in, it's like, well, when the event was going on, it went up because my views were up based on the videos that people were watching for the event. So, you know, during the months of December and January, my views were up, and so I made more money. But I don't bring in thousands. Like, I don't even bring in 1,000. I don't even bring in 500 a month. So it's not something that, like, yeah, it's a little bitty fun money. I might be able to afford a canvas, and then I have to pay my phone bill and get my nails done, which, as you can see, they need done badly, really badly. And I get those done as seldom as I can. Like, I make them last as long as possible because I don't have money to spend on getting my nails done professionally every other week. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit. But the reason I want to make the pens isn't just so I can make a bajillion, gajillion dollars. One, it's because I want to help people. And two, because it is something that I feel really, really passionate about. And I care about the work. And so with the Master Maker, I'm gonna keep that in mind while because like I said, my plan was to get into the garage this week if I'm able, but I don't want to rush it. I don't want to do it at the wrong times because the pens that I'm making right now, yeah, there's a couple of Zodiacs in there, but there are intention pens in there too, and I want it to be right. I don't want to rush it. I don't want it to be, something that I'm just because then I'm putting bad energies into a pen that's meant to help somebody, and that wouldn't be good. So anyway, that was a lot of words to say very little, which is pretty much my MO. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you already know if I can say it in 10 words, I'm going to say it in 100. But I did want to at least say that it's not me like trying to put it off for any specific reason or not, deliver what I said I was going to deliver. I just want to make sure that it's right. I want to make sure it's right and that it's good, that it's well turned, and that I get, a little more practice in. I'll mess with some other pens and, turn some other things before I turn yours so that I just make sure that I know what I'm doing and that I'm doing it well. But anyway, sorry about the dog bark. That happens occasionally. And then I think the last thing that I want to do at the end of my whippin' chats, just as an add-on, is like talk a little bit about the channels that I've been watching or specific videos that I've been watching that are directly related to our community. And if someone is left out or whatever, I'm not recommending people that like, oh, these are my friends, so you should watch them because da da da. Because many of these people, I don't even know them. I've maybe had very few conversations with them. But what I can see of what I have watched, I did really enjoy. And so therefore, whether it's recommending a specific video that I enjoyed watching or a video I didn't enjoy watching, I'm not going to recommend those. But if I enjoyed something, then I will recommend it for whatever reason that I enjoyed it. Okay. So there is a diamond painting content creator that one, I love her accent. I'm a little bit of a freak about accents because I love any accent, honestly, that isn't necessarily American, and she is non-American. And she actually does not have a lot of subscribers right now, and she's newer. I think that her first video that she put out was only a few months ago, and she's doing really well for all of that. I'm interested anyways. I liked what I saw. And that is Amy the Diamond Painter. She has 260 subscribers. She is like, she does whippin' chats, she does unboxings and stashes. She talks about regular life. She's British. And again, I said I'm a sucker for accents, and I'm a sucker for accents. I happened to catch her year in review video, and she had like 45 paintings on there. They were all really very much my style, and I enjoyed them very, very much. And I highly suggest going and checking out Amy the Diamond Painter. There wasn't a whole lot of faff. It was like, at least in the year in review video that I caught, It was very much worth watching. I really need to like kind of deep dive into some of her other content, but she only had 260 subscribers, and I thought she deserves more subscribers than that. She sounds knowledgeable. She's got beautiful paintings. She sounds really funny. She's got a golden retriever that also makes rude sounds when she's trying to record. So, girl, I can relate. And so I recommend just go and check out Amy the Diamond Painter. She's got a cute little like smiley face on her banner, and on her, it's like a little cartoony smiley face on there, and it just feels very warm and inviting. And I enjoyed her post review for, well, not post review, her year in review. And you should at least check out her year in review if you don't check out anything else from her channel. Definitely worth giving a watch. She's got some really beautiful finishes in there. But I will be doing more of a little, like I said, a deep dive on her channel and see if there's more content that I can recommend. But for now, I can definitely recommend her year in review video. You should check her out. Other than that, I will keep any other recommendations, at least for now, because I haven't really watched a lot of content that wasn't related to either boo politics or which is always like funny stuff, or I've been watching like Hot Ones. I catch up on those every now and again. And then Survivor stuff that's just like, you know, the road to ruin for Russell Hantz or whatever from Once Upon an Island or Per Diem. But if you're not a Survivor watcher, then none of that matters to you. And then lastly, Casper Site is a, like, he watches top 5 paranormal or UFO. He's been doing a lot of UFO stuff lately, and I'm not much of a UFO person, but I do watch his like paranormal content, and he is like, he reacts to these videos and he is hilarious. So if you like watching kind of like paranormal stuff, really, really funny. And then finally, I guess I had more recommendations than I thought for the week. Finally, I enjoy listening to like crime stuff, about crime or solved mysteries or whatever. And I found a girl, her page is called Call Me Chris with a K, KALLMEKRIS. And she has a lot of other stuff where she like, I bought everything on Instagram or whatever. I don't watch those kinds of videos, or like gossipy type video. I don't watch those, but I do really enjoy her deep dives on crime, conspiracy, cults, the paranormal, you know, like all that sort of stuff. I really enjoy that content. So when she puts that stuff out, I gobble it up immediately. She's just really funny and cute. She's a cute kid, really cute kid. So some recommendations on things that you can check out on YouTube while you're out there in YouTube land. But check out Amy the Diamond Painter. Like I said, very cute, very good stuff. Go check out her year in review at the very least. And then finally, you guys, I want to thank you for hanging out with me. I went over a little in time this time. I apologize. I probably could cut out some things, I suppose, ums and ers and whatever, but psh, do I care? Nah, I really, really don't. You guys are amazing. As ever, thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, checking out my other content, just, you know, buzzing around the channel. When you watch the whole video, it helps. So even if you just put it on at night, put the channel on at night and put on a whole playlist of something and let it play through, even that helps. It all helps. But, you know, if you don't find things that you enjoy, let me know what you want to see. I would love to hear from you. And I'd be happy to put up any kind of a video that you want. I just got to, you know, work on it and get it out. I have a lot of post reviews coming, so keep an eye out for those. if you like post reviews, because I finished a bunch of canvases during Mary Morales that I didn't really get to talk about during Mary Morales. So keep an eye out for some post reviews, new content on the channel. And you can always come join us in the Discord. The link is in the description. Or you can become a member of my channel, and there's some fun, funky perks. You can go check out the membership tab to see what is up with that. It's like $4.99, I think, to be a member. And every little bit helps. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, wide, wonderful world of ours, that you are having a terrific morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are, okay? Much love to you. Stay safe out there, and, you know, go find yourself a Black History Month kit and educate yourself. But I'll talk to you guys soon, okay? Bye-bye. Later.